Siddhartha Gautama was born into luxury, destined to inherit a kingdom and live a life of privilege. Yet, his journey would lead him far from the comforts of royal life. Confronted by the realities of aging, illness, and death, Siddhartha began to question the nature of existence and the roots of human suffering. His quest for answers would ultimately transform not only his own life, but also the spiritual landscape of the world. Through his search for truth, Siddhartha became the Buddha, illuminating a path toward understanding and liberation that continues to inspire millions today. Siddhartha was born into the noble Shakya clan, a lineage renowned for its leadership and wisdom. His arrival was marked by a series of auspicious signs which filled the hearts of his family and attendants with wonder. According to tradition, the wise men of the kingdom gathered to interpret these extraordinary omens. After careful consideration, they foretold that Siddhartha's destiny would be remarkable. He was predicted to become either a powerful ruler who would unite and protect his people, or a profound spiritual teacher whose insights would transform the world. These early prophecies set the stage for the extraordinary life that lay ahead. Determined to protect his son from the hardships of life, the king surrounded Siddhartha with opulence and pleasure inside the palace. Every need was met and every desire fulfilled, ensuring that Siddhartha remained unaware of suffering, aging, or death. The king believed that by providing constant comfort and distraction, he could prevent Siddhartha from ever questioning the nature of existence. Servants attended to Siddhartha's every wish, and the palace grounds were meticulously maintained to present only beauty and joy. This sheltered environment was designed to keep Siddhartha's mind focused on worldly pleasures, far removed from spiritual contemplation or dissatisfaction. Siddhartha was raised in the lap of luxury, surrounded by the finest comforts the palace could offer. His education was carefully curated, ensuring he excelled in both intellectual pursuits and martial skills. As he grew older, Siddhartha married Yasodhara, a union that brought him both companionship and joy. Together, they welcomed their son Rahula into the world. Life within the palace walls was designed to shield Siddhartha from hardship, offering him endless pleasures and distractions. Every desire was anticipated and fulfilled, creating an environment of constant ease and satisfaction. Although Siddhartha is surrounded by luxury and comfort within the palace walls, he cannot shake a persistent feeling of unease. The sheltered life he leads leaves him yearning for something more, a deeper understanding of the world outside. His curiosity grows with each passing day as he wonders about the lives of people beyond his royal upbringing. This restlessness becomes a driving force, compelling him to seek answers to questions that his privileged environment cannot provide. As Siddhartha steps beyond the palace walls for the first time, he is confronted by a sight he has never known. An elderly man, frail and bent with age. The prince is struck by the man's trembling hands and slow, careful movements. Until this moment, Siddhartha had lived sheltered from the realities of life, surrounded only by youth and vitality. Seeing old age firsthand, he is filled with questions and concern. He learns that aging is not an isolated misfortune, but a universal destiny shared by all living beings. This revelation marks the beginning of Siddhartha's awakening as he realizes that suffering and change are inescapable parts of existence. During his second journey beyond the palace walls, Siddhartha encounters someone afflicted by illness. This experience is a stark contrast to the comfort and health he has always known. He realizes that sickness is not selective. It can strike anyone, no matter their wealth or position in society. The sight deeply unsettles him, prompting questions about the nature of suffering. Siddhartha begins to understand that pain and vulnerability are universal aspects of the human condition. This revelation marks a significant step in his awakening, challenging the sheltered worldview he once held. During his third journey, Siddhartha encounters the reality of death firsthand. This experience profoundly affects him, intensifying his curiosity about the fleeting nature of life. He begins to contemplate why suffering exists and what it means for all living beings. The sight of mortality raises new questions about the purpose of existence and the inevitability of change. Siddhartha's understanding of impermanence grows, motivating him to seek deeper answers to life's most challenging mysteries. During his fourth journey, Siddhartha encounters a serene ascetic whose calm presence leaves a profound impression on him. This meeting stirs something deep within Siddhartha, prompting him to reflect on the nature of true contentment. The ascetic's detachment from material possessions and unwavering tranquility inspire Siddhartha to question the value of worldly pleasures and comforts. Motivated by this encounter, he begins to seek a path that transcends the distractions and suffering of everyday life, hoping to discover a deeper sense of peace and purpose. As Siddhartha encounters the four sights, an old man, a sick person, a corpse, and a wandering ascetic, his perception of the world is transformed. These experiences reveal to him the inescapable realities of aging, illness, and death, shattering the sheltered illusions of his royal upbringing. Siddhartha comes to understand that suffering is a universal aspect of human existence, affecting everyone regardless of status or wealth. This profound realization stirs a deep sense of curiosity and concern within him. Motivated by a desire to comprehend the nature of suffering and its causes, Siddhartha embarks on a personal quest for truth and enlightenment. The four sights thus mark a pivotal turning point in his life, setting him on the path that will ultimately lead to the founding of Buddhism. Siddhartha's choice to leave his family and the comforts of royal life was a profound act of compassion. He recognized that true fulfillment could not be found in material wealth or status, but rather in understanding the nature of suffering and how to overcome it. This pivotal decision marked the beginning of his journey as a spiritual seeker. By stepping away from privilege, Siddhartha demonstrated a deep empathy for all living beings, dedicating himself to finding answers that could benefit humanity. His departure set the stage for a lifelong quest for enlightenment, shaping the path that would eventually lead to the teachings of Buddhism. Driven by a deep longing to understand the nature of suffering, he sought out the most esteemed spiritual teachers of his time. He immersed himself in their teachings, mastering complex philosophies and refining his meditation practices. Despite his dedication and the knowledge he gained, a sense of incompleteness lingered. The answers offered by these traditions, while profound, did not resolve the fundamental question that haunted him. His journey became one of relentless inquiry as he realized that wisdom alone could not dispel the suffering he witnessed within himself and others. This realization marked a turning point, compelling him to search beyond established doctrines for a deeper truth. During his quest for understanding, Siddhartha embraced a life of extreme asceticism. He denied himself food, comfort, and all forms of pleasure, believing that self-denial might reveal the path to enlightenment. Despite his rigorous discipline and unwavering commitment, Siddhartha found that deprivation brought neither clarity nor peace. He realized that just as indulgence in luxury failed to satisfy the soul, so too did harsh austerity. This profound insight led him to seek a middle way, one that avoids both excess and self-mortification. Siddhartha's experience taught him that true enlightenment lies beyond the extremes of human experience. After years of seeking enlightenment through both indulgence and severe asceticism, Siddhartha comes to a profound realization. He understands that neither extreme leads to true wisdom or peace. Instead, he discovers the middle way, a path of moderation and balance. This approach encourages mindful living, avoiding both self-denial and excess. Siddhartha's insight marks a turning point in his spiritual journey, guiding him toward deeper understanding. The middle way becomes a central principle in his teachings, offering a practical guide for others seeking awakening. Siddhartha settled beneath the Bodhi Tree, determined to discover the true nature of existence. As he meditated, he was confronted by Māra, the embodiment of desire and illusion, who sought to distract him with visions of fear and temptation. Despite these powerful challenges, Siddhartha remained unwavering, focusing his mind and spirit on his quest for enlightenment. Each test became an opportunity to deepen his understanding and strengthen his resolve. Through patience and clarity, he overcame the illusions that threatened to disturb his meditation. Siddhartha's steadfastness in the face of adversity marked a pivotal moment in his journey toward awakening. In a moment of deep meditation beneath the Bodhi tree, Siddhartha experiences a profound transformation. He perceives the true nature of suffering, its origins, and the means to overcome it. This realization brings clarity and peace, dissolving the doubts and restlessness that once troubled him. With this awakening, Siddhartha transcends the cycle of desire and ignorance. He becomes the Buddha, the enlightened one, ready to share his insights with the world. This pivotal moment marks the birth of a new spiritual path, offering hope and guidance to all who seek freedom from suffering. After attaining enlightenment, the Buddha experienced a period of hesitation about sharing his profound insights with the world. He wondered whether others would be able to understand the subtle truths he had discovered. However, upon reflecting on the universal nature of suffering, his compassion prevailed. The Buddha realized that even if only a few could grasp his teachings, it would be worthwhile to help alleviate their suffering. Motivated by empathy for all beings, he chose to communicate his path to liberation. This pivotal decision marked the beginning of his role as a teacher and set in motion the spread of his message across generations. After attaining enlightenment, the Buddha traveled to Sarnath, where he delivered his first teaching to a group of 5 ascetics. This moment is known as the turning of the wheel of Dharma, marking the beginning of his public ministry. During this discourse, the Buddha introduced the 4 Noble Truths, which form the foundation of Buddhist philosophy. He explained the nature of suffering, its origin, the possibility of its cessation, and the path leading to its end. These teachings provided a practical framework for understanding human experience and offered guidance for overcoming suffering. The event at Sarnath is considered a pivotal moment in the history of Buddhism, setting the stage for the spread of the Buddha's message throughout the world. The 4 Noble Truths form the foundation of Buddhist teaching. First, they recognize that suffering is an inherent part of life. Second, they identify the cause of suffering as craving and attachment. Third, they offer hope by asserting that it is possible to end suffering. The 4th truth introduces the noble eightfold path, a practical guide for overcoming suffering. This path encourages right understanding, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. By following these principles, individuals can cultivate wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline, ultimately leading to liberation from suffering. The Buddha was renowned for his unique teaching style, which often relied on stories, questions, and metaphors. Rather than simply providing answers, he encouraged his followers to explore their own experiences and arrive at understanding through personal insight. His teachings emphasize the importance of mindfulness, urging individuals to be fully present in each moment. Through compassion and gentle guidance, the Buddha fostered an environment where learners could reflect deeply and cultivate wisdom. By using relatable examples and thought-provoking questions, he made complex ideas accessible and meaningful to everyone. This approach continues to inspire people to seek truth through direct experience and self-awareness. The formation of sanghas, or monastic communities, played a crucial role in the spread of the Buddha's teachings. These communities welcomed individuals from all walks of life, fostering an environment of inclusivity and mutual respect. Through the sanghas, the Buddha's message of peaceful practice and personal transformation reached diverse populations across regions. Members were encouraged to cultivate mindfulness, compassion, and ethical living, regardless of their background. This emphasis on inner change and non-violence resonated widely, helping to establish Buddhism as a path accessible to many. Over time, the sanghas became centers of learning and spiritual growth, guiding countless individuals toward enlightenment. In the final years of his life, the Buddha continued to guide his disciples with wisdom and compassion. Sensing that his time was drawing near, he encouraged his followers to rely not on his physical presence, but on the Dharma, the teachings he had shared, as their true refuge. He emphasized the importance of self-reliance and mindful practice, urging each person to seek enlightenment through their own efforts. When the moment of his passing arrived, the Buddha entered parinirvana with serenity, demonstrating the profound peace that comes from liberation. His departure marked the end of an era, but his teachings endured, offering guidance to countless generations. The legacy of the Buddha's final advice remains a cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, reminding practitioners to look within and trust in the path of wisdom. The legacy of the Buddha's life and teachings continues to resonate across centuries and cultures. His message invites all beings to awaken from ignorance, cultivate clarity of mind, and discover the profound peace that lies within. Through practices of mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, individuals are encouraged to transform their lives and alleviate suffering. The Buddha's guidance remains a beacon for those seeking understanding and harmony, inspiring countless people to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. Ultimately, his enduring influence reminds us that the path to awakening is open to everyone, regardless of background or circumstance.